Now, this may show people's age or experience, but you guys remember Beanie Babies? It's about, a decade or so ago, there was this kind of craze where you could buy these little stuffed things at the store for $5.95 or $6.95 at a really, nice outlet somewhere. And they had a red tag that you don't dare remove. And then you could turn around and sell them on eBay for like $150. Remember? So here's what I discovered. Beanie Babies, really, by the way, this may disappoint you, but they're not made of beans. Inside them is not actually beans, but it's little white PVC beads. Don't ask me how I know that. But what I want you to catch about that is a Beanie Baby is worth about 25 cents if you just take the raw material. A little bit of PVC, a little bit of thread, a little bit of cloth, and a red tag that you don't dare take off. About 25 cents worth of raw material. Now, if you ask the retailer, you go to the store, it's about $5.95 or $6.95 in the upper end gift stores. But if you, let me tell you, literally, I know somebody personally who paid $1,000 for a specific style and color of Beanie Baby. Now here's the question: that one, that specific style and color, what was it worth? I hear whisper. Let me answer the question for you. Because often what happens is we get questions that we don't need when we ask the questions that are not what we're after. The real question is not what was it worth, but who should we ask? Right? Because if you ask the manufacturer, that same $1,000 Beanie Baby was worth 25 cents. If you ask the original retailer, that same $1,000 Beanie Baby was worth $5.95 or $6.95 at an upper end shop. But if you ask that little girl, it was worth $1,000. Now, how is it that the kingdom of heaven is like that? Well, here's exactly how it's like that. If we ask the question about what we're worth, and you ask the wrong person, ask a biologist, and here's what he's going to tell you. About $1.39. A little bit of water, a little bit of carbon, because we're carbon-based creatures. And you boil you down to the water and the carbon you're made of, and about $1.39. Some of you $1.32, some of you $1.58. Right, roughly in there, about $1.39 is what we're worth to a biologist. Now ask the culture. The culture will say things like this: what do you drive? What do you look like? What do you wear? Who do you hang out with? What's your experiences? And the culture will establish a value for you, and they'll tell you who you are and what you're worth based on the answer to those questions. See, I know personally a God who paid for you a price that you can't even estimate in dollars. Now, what are we worth? What's our true value? $1.39 or inestimable? See, the question isn't what are we worth, but who are we letting tell us the answer to that question? See, if you ask a biologist, here's what he's going to tell you. The products of conception are simply $1.39 worth of organs. Just throw them away. But if you ask the God who spoke every creature into existence and knit them together in their mother's womb, created in his image to fulfill his purpose on the earth, he looks and he says, every one of you, so beautiful, so here to fulfill and finish what it is I made you to fulfill and finish. Your worth is not established by what the biologist or the culture says, but by the one who created you and spoke you into existence and paid the price of his own life to redeem you into his family.